I was born in England, in the north of England, in a small village just outside Manchester in 1943, the middle of the Second World War. But I have no memories of the war itself, only of bombed out buildings, gaps where in rows of houses, rows of offices, where a bomb had dropped and taken out 2, maybe 3 buildings. My parents were older when I was born. My father was in his mid-40s, my mother was in her mid-30s. And we lived, I like to say, in the middle of a field, but we were the only house within about 300, 400, 500 yards. So I had a rather solitary childhood. There were no other children nearby. My parents, being older, didn't have friends with younger children. So I was a bit of a loner. I had my territory, my fields to play in, and spent most of my days outside, pretty much unattended, although I think my mother probably did keep an eye on me. It never seemed like that. So I was quite happy to roam around the fields around the house. So I grew up very close to nature. I was familiar with all the birds and the animals and the trees, and I had my favorite hiding spots, my favorite trees to climb. My father fought in the First World War, and like many men in his generation, came out of it with what we would call PTSD now. He was a quiet man. He was caring but not emotional. He was a little bit remote. We didn't do a lot together as a child, so I was never taken to sporting events or got very much involved with him. He would leave for work early in the morning and return 6 o'clock at night. My mother was loving and caring. I think I must have exasperated her a lot. I must have been a really difficult child.